This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again, coming out of Costco. Time's at 9:32 a.m. What am I doing at Costco so early? And it's not my normal Costco either. It's the other Costco. Well, I had a doctor's appointment at 8:30 in the morning, and this particular Costco happens to be pretty much right across the street from the doctor's office. So that's why I'm here. Now you might say, hey, doesn't Costco open at 10 a.m.? Not anymore. You have an executive membership. Yep, you get to go in at 9 o'clock. Today was the first day of the 9 a.m. opening, so I had to try it. Yeah, I got myself a pizza too. How do you like that? Pizza breakfast. Pizza and a Diet Pepsi. Yeah, this Costco still has Diet Pepsi. Eh? Diet Pepsi, where's that thing? There you go, Diet Pepsi. But the other Costco has shifted over to Diet Coke last week. I will have to say, I actually like Diet Pepsi better. Yeah, I do. I think it's sweeter tasting, even though it's got no sugar. It's got artificial stuff, and theirs still has a lot more fizz than the Diet Coke. We'll see if the Diet Coke improves. Yeah, greasy. So anyway, how did the doctor's appointment go? Well, it was a physical, but really they don't do a whole lot for the physical anymore. He's never given me any type of rectal exam. I know my other doctor did all the time. He would do it all the time. There was a physical. But my current doctor, he's a Chinese guy. Not that that means anything. But he's never done it. So I think he's skipping out on certain parts. Just asks you a bunch of questions, takes some basic vitals, and then I got a blood test and a urine test. So we'll have those results back probably tomorrow, so I'll know better. But after just talking to him, I forgot to bring my my notes of all of my daily blood glucose readings, but I did tell him that I could give it to you, but basically it hovers between 117 to say 122, because it doesn't really vary that much from the last time I saw the nurse practitioner. He says, okay, that's all I really need to know. So he said that you're probably gonna his guess is you're probably going to be in the 6 point something under 7.0 range. That's his guess. We'll see if he's right. And then also, my guess would be, I said probably 6.5, 6.7. That's my guess. I mean, we had been as low as 5.7, which is only one mark above normal. 5.6 and below is considered normal. But I told him, I says, this last 6 months I've been eating more stuff that I really should not be doing. And I said, so I noted that it's gone up. My weight has gone up too. I told him it's gone up 20 pounds since the 50-pound drop. He was surprised I even did the 50-pound drop. I says, well, you don't have much history with me because, he's a new doctor for me. My other doctor went off on some other private practice type of thing. But I says, I was always able to drop the 50 pounds. It was always maintaining it that was always the issue. So I says, yeah, I can drop the 20 pounds, no big deal. He says, it'll happen. I just have to put my mind to doing it and do it. So he says, drop the other 20 pounds, you'll probably be back down to your 5.7, 5.8 levels. So he wasn't too concerned with anything. Everything seems to be pretty much the same. He did say that I have to do a colonoscopy this year as well, so he put an order in for a colonoscopy to be done. He says get that done in the next couple months, whatever. And then come back and see the nurse practitioner again every 3 months, which is typically what they ask me to do as a diabetic. But he says, if nothing else seems to have any issues for you, then you'll probably be fine. We talked about the kidney stone thing. He says, yeah, okay. And the fact that I'm not taking the potassium citrate, he says, yeah, that's your decision. If you decide not to do it, that's fine. But I did mention to him that I did talk to, talked to others about it, and whether other medical professionals, I should say, one doctor and two pharmacists about it. And they said the same thing. They just said, what the potassium citrate is going to do for you is just try to help block the ability of getting a kidney stone. However, if you don't take it, it's not going to really hurt you per se. It's not like if you're not taking like blood medication, or if you're not taking your diabetes medication, that will hurt you if you don't do it. All right, but if you don't take the potassium citrate, it just won't help lower the possibility of getting a kidney stone. And I told them the reason I didn't want to do it is because they're having me take a pill like every 3 or 4 pills a day, and those things are as big as the metformin pill. I says, I'm taking so many pills, I just don't want to keep taking pill after pill after pill. So, and there's potential interactions with one of the other medications that I have. So I says, between those two things, I just don't want to do it. He says, okay, it's your choice. So it's not critical for me to take it. It'll only help you. It couldn't hurt you if you don't. All right, so I'm not doing it. And what else did he say? I did remind him that my mobility placard that I use in my car is coming up in January. It'll run out on your birthday, essentially, on the month of your birthday in January. So he says, I'll need you to sign for that in about 6 months. He says, no problem, just bring it in. And other than that, he says, if you feel fine and everything seems to be good, you seem to be okay. It's an issue. They did order the blood tests and a urine test just out of norm. So we'll have results tomorrow, probably, and I'll let you know in a future video how that came out. But overall, yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't think there's any major issues going on with myself at this point. So, going on with me. Wrong choice of word. Russ is never wrong, I told you guys. It's just a bad selection. Alright, so where am I headed today? Well, I've got some odds and ends I have to do today. I've already done a number of things. I got up early this morning, watered the lawn, went on a bike ride, did a video for that, edited the bike ride video already, and then went to the doctor's office, and then here I am coming back from it already. How do you like that? Yeah, it's only 9:40. But, you get in early now at 9 o'clock if you're an executive member. I've been an executive member for Costco for many, many years. I remember one time, you have to scan your card now. And the guy says, whoa, he says, you're a long-time member of Costco. I go, yes, I am. I've never paid for my membership. Yeah, because you get rebate money, right? If you use your credit card to make your purchases and things, essentially pays for your membership. Yeah, technically I don't think I've ever paid for my membership because of that. But, everyone has different cards that give you certain rewards. I mean, people have frequent flyer cards, right? Like United Airlines or American Airlines or whatever. And if you buy stuff, you get frequent flyer miles. This is the same thing. Technically, I guess if I didn't have the Costco card and I used some other card to buy my stuff, then I would get money back from that. So I guess in a sense, you do pay for your Costco membership, but it doesn't feel like you're paying for it when you get the rebate money coming in. And the rebate money is always more than the cost of my membership. So we kind of even out, right? Well, technically I'm ahead of the game. But not if you consider I don't get frequent flyer miles because I don't use those type of cards. So it's all a matter of how you look at things, really. That's what it boils down to. All right, so anyway, I'm heading back, and it's really all I wanted to tell you for today. And one more thing. There's always one more thing. I was looking at today's video comments, and Pedro asked if you play guitar, does that mean you know how to play an electric bass? Technically, yeah. The 4 strings on an electric bass are the 4 bottom strings tuned the same way as the 4 bottom strings of an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar, right? So if you know how to play notes, right, not just playing chords, if you know what each note is when you play it in a guitar, you can play a bass. Stylistically, that's another story. Okay, some people who play guitar, they try to play bass. All they do is they hit the root note, or root note of the chord from a guitar. You know, if they're reading music and it has guitar charts, has the chords that you should be playing, they'll just play the root note of that chord, and then they say they're playing bass. That's not how you play bass. I mean, it would work, but good bass players will you know, they follow a line, right? So let's say you're going from the note C to G. There might be many notes in between to get to the G. You see what I'm saying? So stylistically, it's still something you have to learn how to play, versus just playing one note and plucking one note and then go to the next chord and pluck the other note. I mean, it would sound okay, but it wouldn't have any style to it. So anyways, just wanted to let you know that it is the same 4 strings as the bottom 4 strings of a guitar. There you go. Okay, you might be asking, can you play violin if you play guitar? Yeah. I mean, it's not the same things, but technically a note is a note. You can figure it out. I have attempted to play some violin just to see how it is. The problem with me on a violin is it's such a small neck. Think about that neck and think about a bass, electric bass neck or a guitar neck. Those necks are a lot larger, so I feel so squished when you do it. But can I figure out the notes on a violin? Yeah, I can. I mean, a note is a note. If you're going from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, there's no difference there. You just got to be more crammed. Can I play a banjo? Yeah, I've tried that too. Can I do it well? No. But can I play it if I had to? A little bit, yeah. I actually owned a banjo for a very short time. I bought one used just to try it, you know, and then I sold it after that. But no, I would like to learn the banjo. That would be kind of cool. Can you play a banjo if you play a guitar? Maybe, yeah. It's not exactly the same, but very close to it. So yeah. Can you play a mandolin? I don't know. I never tried. I never tried. Can I play a ukulele? No, I haven't tried that either. But I'm pretty sure you can probably figure it out. It's easier than a guitar, I think, in general. But again, very small neck, so you're all kind of crammed in there. That's the only issue with some of these instruments. The electric bass seems like it's so long of a neck. The guitar feels pretty comfortable for me, because I played more guitar than I played anything else. But the other instruments are so small. The necks are just so small. Think about a stand-up bass. You know how hard it is to play that thing? Can you play that? Well, technically, yeah. Same thing. It's just that it's the length of the neck and the strings are so long. You know, and there's no frets, so it's like fretless. So you have to be pretty accurate to make it sound good. But with time, could I be able to play that? Probably, yeah. Somebody asked me at church recently. I told her it was one of our keyboard players. She says, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I says, "Oh, I'm playing bass for the kids on the kids ministry." He goes, "Oh." She says, "What have you played for them so far?" I says, "Well, I've played bass, I've played guitar, I've played nylon string guitar for them, I played electric guitar." No, I didn't play electric guitar for them yet. Nylon string guitar, which is amplified as well. I've played drums. She goes, "You played drums?" She says, "Why do I even ask? I know you play everything." Yeah, I play drums too, so. Alright, anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Hey, if you liked the video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Let's move the More From Russ channel up. I'll talk to you guys next time. Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again in the car. Yep. Well, I got my results back from the doctor. Yeah, it came back pretty fast. Same day. Same day. So how did the A1C come out for my blood glucose issues? Well, I had guessed it would be 6.5 to 6.7. Doctor kind of guessed it would probably be closer to 6.5 range. Yep, turned out to 6.1. Not too bad. Yeah, better than we all thought. But that's not good still. I mean, you need to be 5.6 or under. 4.0 through 5.6 is normal. In January, I was 5.7, so only 0.1 higher than normal. So it had gone up, what is that, 4 points, 0.4, 4 points, 0.4. So a lot better than we had thought, but could be better if I didn't go up at all. But I'm still glad it's only 6.1. What about the rest of the tests? Because obviously they screen for everything else. Everything was in a normal range. Yeah, the only thing was a little low was vitamin D 3. Typically, I'm supposed to be taking vitamin D3 supplement things. I think a lot of us do when we get to a certain age. And it was still in the normal range, but way down on the bottom of the normal range. It's because I hadn't been taking any of the D3 in a long time. Yeah, I just keep forgetting to do it. I have so many other pills, and then I never took the other ones. I'm just going to have to add that into the thing, so it's no big deal. Plus, you know, if you're outside more, then obviously your vitamin D would be higher. But we haven't been out that much, as you know. It's been hot, and then it's been cold, and it's been rainy. It's been weird. So I haven't really been out as much as I should. But I wanted to at least make this video, let you guys know that everything is in essentially the normal range, except for the A1C, as we know, which is a little higher than I would prefer. But the 6.1 is still lower. It's still ultimately lower than it was before they threw me in there for the diabetes things. For years, I've been around 6.3. Yeah, for many years, actually. My doctor, my other doctor, the Indian guy. Not that that makes any difference, but the Indian guy, the Indian doctor, he'd always warned me. He says, "You're on the edge, man. You don't be careful. You're gonna be in diabetes territory. You're in pre-diabetes territory now." And so when he started saying that many years ago, it was around the 6.3 ranges. So I'm still lower than it should be, but that, you know, we can attribute that to the metformin and of course the weight loss and the things that I had been eating makes a difference. So, all right. Anyways, this is just a quickie. I just wanted to let you guys know what the results of the thing was. Oh, he also did want me to schedule a colonoscopy because it's time to do it. I'm supposed to get one every 5 years or something like that. How he wants me to do it. So it's time to do it again. And then also he wants me to do an ECG, electrocardiogram. Used to call it EKG for the German spelling of things, but now I think they call it an ECG. But anyways, without insurance, you know how much an ECG costs? $2,441. Yeah, I saw that bill come through. It says your amount owed is $0 because you have insurance. But without insurance, man, that's an expensive thing to do. Yeah, I have a slight heart murmur. I've had it for many, many years. And he asked me whether I had ever taken an EKG before, or ECG. I said, yeah, but he can't find it in the system. Maybe I had it done when I wasn't in their system. I don't know. It was many years ago. So anyway, he says, yeah, we better do it just to make sure. So yeah, I don't expect any difference. I mean, I don't feel any difference. But he says, just to be sure, let's just do it. All right, that's all I got for you guys for today. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.